Hello, my name is David Bowen. This is my final project for College 100 Foundations of Online Learning. First, a little about myself. As I said, my name is David Bowen. I'm an E4 or specialist in the U.S. Army. I'm currently a student at American Military University, or AMU for short, and today I will be talking to you about my career interest, which is programming. Programming is a field that is constantly growing in terms of usage, language, and jobs. This is my thesis statement for this presentation, and I will be using this as a basis for describing how the field is currently and how it continues to change. So first, let's talk about how much the field itself has grown. Programming is a very broad field that is growing all the time. Over the past 30 years, this field has grown to more than 80,000 jobs in the United States alone, according to David Smith and Azad Ali in 2013. However, according to studies using data mining techniques, it has been discovered that the demand for jobs has been changing based on programming languages gaining or losing traction within the industry. This causes this career field to be one that requires constant learning and keeping up with the latest programming trends. This brings us to our next topic, about programming languages. There are many different languages that vary in complexity and difficulty to learn and master. Just a few examples include binary, Java, C, C++, Python, and Ruby. Like I said, these are just a select few examples. Some languages, such as Uncode X, are created to work only on certain platforms with specific engines. The book Unreal Script Game Programming Cookbook, written by David Voiles, explains how the language Uncode X was created to work with Unreal Engine. Different languages can be more or less effective and efficient based on what they are being forced to do. One of the difficulties for programmers or even companies is to decide which language would best suit their needs for a specific project. So let's get into what programming is actually used for. The short answer to this question would be almost everything. Some examples include cars, phones, watches, computers, and even a lot of houses now have a lot of programming built into them. As technology expands, programming is used in even more areas and needed to do more things. This is another reason that there are so many languages, because some languages aren't capable of doing certain things, which is something that is very important to remember. So with an industry that seems to never stop growing and has so many jobs available, some may ask the question, why aren't there more programming? Well, according to Olga Mironova and Irana Amatin and Juri Villapoid of Talon University of Technology, a big issue with getting more programmers in the field starts within the schools. A journal entry published by them entitled Programming Basics for Beginners goes in depth on how some of the issues plaguing schools today and why students have a hard time pursuing this path. They also discuss programs that help with learning, such as Scratch and Moogle. They also discuss different ways for students to stay motivated and interested in the field while pursuing a degree. Some examples include not getting down after a coding failure, whether it's your first failure or your 10th. Instructors should always be there to help and motivate their students. And the last being, the best way to interest and involve students in the learning process is their active participation in it. This brings us to a topic that almost everyone can motivate almost anyone and everyone can relate to: jobs. According to Indeed.com, at the time of this presentation, there are 5,400 job openings for programming-related jobs in New York City alone. New York also leads the nation in job openings in the field. Second up would be Seattle, followed by San Francisco. The company that currently has the most job openings online would be Amazon.com, with 2,178 openings at the time of this presentation. There are just over 40,000 entry-level jobs listed with Indeed.com. This should be extremely motivating for students because it lets them know that there is a lot of opportunity for people with little or no experience outside of college. So we can't talk about jobs without talking about salary. According to Indeed.com right now, jobs within the industry range from $40,000 to $115,000 per year, with the vast majority of these jobs being full-time. In conclusion, based on this research, one can deduce a few things. The field of programming is expanding now faster than ever. Programming, or IT in general, is an ever-growing field and requires constant learning to keep up with the industry, and programming is used with almost everything now. Jobs are available within the industry, and new programmers are needed now more than ever. Once again, thank you so much. My name is David Bowen, and this has been a presentation on my career interest, programming. I hope you have learned something. Following this will be the bibliography and references pages. So once again, thank you so much again for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it.